what is the Wu Qi? The Wu Qi is the ground state, the nothingness that everything arises from. There is the Wu Qi and there is the Tai-chi. The Tai-chi we understand. The Tai-chi, the play of the yin and the yang. The play of these opposites. Everything can be described in terms of the play of the opposites. And when we study the Tai-chi, we learn how to be these things. We learn how to be the yin, how to identify, feel these qualities in ourselves. Fullness, stillness, strength in that. Being grounded, being stable. This is the yin. And the yang, the joy of life. The yin awakens and becomes dynamic. This is yang. Fire of life, clarity of mind, joy. So when we learn the Tai-chi, we learn to feel, identify, feel and allow ourselves to be more of these things in ourselves. We become more powerful. We become more stable. We become clearer and brighter in the mind and in the body, the physiology of the body. But what is the Wu Qi? The Wu Qi is the ground state, the nothingness that everything arises from. From the Wu Qi comes the Tai-chi. This is the Chinese terminology. But in all traditions, there is this similar definition. In the Christian tradition, first there was the Word, and from the Word there came the night and the day, the yin and the yang, and the yin and the yang start playing, transforming one into the other. Night turns to day, day turns to night. The Wu Qi is this ground of nothingness, or everything, the undifferentiated. The Tai-chi is differentiated, yin, yang. The Tai-chi is the formed. The Wu Qi is the unformed. Nothing is as yet expressed. Nothing, not yin, not yang. And it's all of this and it's nothing at the same time. It cannot be described. It can be experienced but not described. It's like the quantum field from which arise the quantum particles. They can be described in mathematical terms. It can't be conceptualized. It's not possible. Why? Because the intellect defines, determines, and this sets limits. The infinite, there is no limit. It cannot be defined. The Wu Qi cannot be defined. Lao Tzu wrote a book about it. The one who's named the founder of Taoism, the Tao, the way. And he said, the very first words he said were, the Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. The Tao that can be written is not the eternal Tao. And proceeds to write a book about it, in verses. Saying that it cannot be described. It can be described only in poetic or mystical terms, something like this. Okay, so we do it that way, but it can be experienced. You can experience this ground state from which everything arises. With a meditative practice or with the right use of attention, we can come to this. It's the ground state upon which is built the Tai-chi, upon which is built our game of life. We live out there in the game of life. How and why? Because we've got preferences. We're attached to this or that, to this outcome or that outcome. We like this, we don't like that. We have opinions. And these all of this prevents us from being in here. And in here, what's left when we take away all of that stuff? We can come to the Wu Qi, which we can feel perhaps as the infinite, or perhaps as oneness, or perhaps as the infinite stillness or silence, or infinite joy or love. All of these things are correct, but all of them are inadequate to describe the Wu Qi. But you can come there. Every person can. People come there during their lives. They have this experience of the Wu Qi, but not consciously. We can use a practice to consciously allow ourselves to come there, to experience this. And once you experience it, your life changes. Once you have felt the oneness of everything, you will never forget this. And this becomes the ground of your existence. Oneness, or, as I said, that's not a sufficient description, the Wu Qi, the infinite, the unbounded, the unformed, the undifferentiated. Play the Tai-chi. Learn to be the yin and the yang. And then, putting all aside, become the Wu Qi. And then being this, be in the Tai-chi, in this game of life. But you don't lose yourself in the game. You are the infinite Wu Qi.